Neuroscience meets the dragon, exploring the brain's connection to light. Young adventurer, you've heard many tales of light and energy. But today, Zoran the dragon am going to take you on a journey into the mysterious and magical world of the brain. Oh yes, I'm not just a dragon with fiery breath and sparkling scales. I'm also quite the thinker, and what I've discovered might surprise you. Your brain has a special, magical connection to light, and it's even more wondrous than I imagined. Now, you might be wondering, what's the deal with the brain, Zoran? It's just squishy and full of thoughts, right? Oh, but my young friend, the brain is not just full of thoughts, it's like a superpowered, glowing wizard's castle, and it's constantly sending signals back and forth like a magical game of light tech. Let me explain, with a bit of humor, of course. After all, who could take science seriously when a dragon's involved? One sunny afternoon, as I was lounging on a cloud, because, you know, dragons need naps too, I overheard some humans talking about something called neuroscience. They were all excited, scribbling on their notebooks and pointing at pictures of brains. Neuroscience? What's that? I thought, adjusting my comfy cloud seat. Sounds like some sort of wizardry. So, being the curious dragon I am, I decided to investigate. I flapped my wings and zoomed over to the human scientist, who seemed to know a lot about this neuroscience thing. His name was Dr. Sparkle Brain, not his real name, but it sounded pretty cool, don't you think? Dr. Sparkle Brain, I roared, landing gracefully as a dragon can beside him. What is this about the brain and light? Dr. Sparkle Brain looked up, wide-eyed and startled. I suppose most people don't expect to have a dragon drop by their research station, but he quickly gathered himself. Oh, Zoran, you've come at just the right time. You see, we've discovered something truly amazing. Light has a powerful effect on the brain. I raised an eyebrow, which is a very dragon-like thing to do. I assure you, light affects the brain. You mean, like when I fly through a rainbow and feel extra sparkly? Dr. Sparkle Brain chuckled. Exactly, Zoran. That's a perfect way to put it. You see, light isn't just something we see with our eyes, it actually communicates with the brain. When we're exposed to certain kinds of light, it helps our brains wake up, make better decisions, and even feel happy. Isn't that amazing? Wait a minute, I said, scratching my head with one of my giant claws. Are you telling me that light can help my brain be smarter? That's news to me, because I already think I'm the smartest dragon in the world. Dr. Sparkle Brain laughed again, but this time he pulled out a shiny chart. It's true, Zoran. Light plays a role in keeping us healthy and sharp. There's this special kind of light called blue light that helps our brains stay alert and focused during the day. Blue light. I tilted my head, trying to look serious, but probably looking more like a goofy dragon. Is that the same blue light I see in the sky when I'm flying? Or is it the kind of blue light that comes from those glowing rectangles that humans like to stare at all day? Well, Dr. Sparkle Brain said, adjusting his glasses, it's both, actually. The light from the sky helps regulate our circadian rhythms, which is the fancy way of saying it tells our brains when it's time to wake up and when it's time to sleep. But that glowing blue light from screens can be a bit tricky. Too much of it at night can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime, and that makes it harder to sleep. I gasped dramatically. So, you mean all those humans staring at their glowing rectangles before bed are making their brains think it's always time to be awake? Oh, what a dragon disaster. Dr. Sparkle Brain chuckled again. Yes, it's true. That's why we need to be mindful of the kind of light we're exposed to. Especially in the evening. Our brains are like little light-sensitive wizards. They need the right light at the right time to do their magic. Well, I said with a mischievous grin. This sounds like an ancient dragon's problem. In my day, we didn't have any glowing rectangles, but we did have moonlight, and that was the best kind of light for sleeping. We dragons learned early that the light of the moon helped us stay calm and relax before a long nap. Dr. Sparkle Brain nodded thoughtfully. That's a great point, Zoran. The light from the moon is very different from the blue light of screens. It's much softer, and it helps our brains relax. It's like a big, gentle hug for your mind. I flapped my wings excitedly. I knew it. Dragons and moonlight are a perfect match. We need the right kind of light to do all the important brain stuff like thinking, dreaming, and flying. Dr. Sparkle Brain chuckled. Exactly. And that's why understanding how light works with our brains is so important. It helps us know when to be alert and when to be rested. And just like how you dragons have a magical connection to light, humans do too. I grinned from ear to ear. So, it's all about balance. Too much blue light can make the brain too busy, but the right amount of sunlight and moonlight can help it feel just right. Spot on, Zoran, Dr. Sparkle Brain said, giving me a high five. Well, as much of a high five as a dragon and a human scientist can give. Just like the ancient dragons knew, light is a powerful tool for the brain. As I soared back into the sky, I couldn't help but feel a little extra sparkly. I'd learned that light isn't just something we see, it's something we feel and experience deep inside. It's like a little dragon secret. And now it's a secret I'm sharing with you, too. So, next time you step outside in the bright sunlight, or gaze up at the calming moon, remember, your brain is listening. It's dancing to the rhythm of the light. And with the right kind of light at the right time, your brain will be as sharp as a dragon's claws and as relaxed as a dragon's nap. Until next time, young adventurer, keep your brain glowing bright, and remember to give it the light it needs to be the best you can be. And don't forget, a dragon's brain is always filled with light and magic.